And what's up, everybody? Steven here, the Horror Freak 85, here with tonight's guest, Troy Fromin. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm doing very good. Let me ask you, how did you get the name, the 85 part?
That's my birth year.
Oh, wow. That's the
Yeah.
year I graduated. That's the year I graduated high school.
Oh, okay, cool. So you got
And
out of school and I joined the world.
back then in 85, I don't know, I was, a teenager, and I was just into horror. Well, I still am, but I was really into horror just like you. That's what got me into acting.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. First off, where did you grow up? And since you liked horror, who was your inspiration that wanted you to pursue the career?
I'll get to that in 1 second. Someone wants to apologize to you. It's my son, Tommy. Daddy?
Oh, yes.
Okay, now you behave, okay? You apologize to the man for making fun of his name and tell him he sounds like a girl. I don't want it. You do it, Tommy. Do it. You'll give me cake later, Daddy? Yes, I will. Mr. Flug, I apologize sincerely about calling you a name, and it was not nice because sometimes I get carried away when Daddy doesn't give me enough sugar. So you accept my apology, Mr. Flug?
That's fine, I do. So hopefully you'll get your dessert since you were nice tonight.
Okay. Hey, Daddy, what's that? What? Fuck you, Phil. What did you do? Get out of here, Tommy.
Fucking little punk.
He's a punk. If you see my videos in the past with him, he's a punk.
Little punk, yeah.
He rides a short bus to school.
Yep. So, what is that? A monkey that you got there? So, when he's bad, you spank him?
Don't call him a monkey. He's my son.
Okay. He doesn't know he's adopted?
I found him by the trash. Daddy. I told him he doesn't like his past. Let's forget it right now before he gets disruptive and tears the place apart again.
We don't want that. So
no. All right, so your show, you go.
All right. Hey, that's fine. You're here to entertain us too. I appreciate it. So. So yeah, I was saying.
Oh yeah. How did I get influenced and started?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, if anybody reads my IMDb page, I have the whole shtick right there. But what it was, I'm just like you, because you're not involved in the industry. You're just a fan, and you have a podcast, right?
I actually got 4 movies coming out by next year, so I am.
Wait, 4 movies that you directed?
No, that I was in. I did a first one's coming out next month. I only have about like 7 to 10 lines in Amityville Turkey Day. But Will Colazzo thought I did well enough. He had a part for me. I'm going to be in Camp Blood 9, Bride of Blood. The trailer is out for that now. I did a Mark Polonia movie called The Stalking. I was one of the lead roles in that. And next year, I'm going to be in Cheerleader Elimination that Julianne Prescott's doing. So
yeah, that one sounds good. Put in a word for me. I'd like to be a part. We can act maybe together.
So hey, maybe I'll ask Julie if she needs any other roles. I don't know. So
I know who she is. She's cool, and that title's awesome.
Yeah, I got the script. I've been reading through it. It's good. I like it. So yeah, it's
right.
Gonna be a good one.
All right. So anyway, I was so.
Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
When how old are you?
How
old are you?
Well, I was born in 85.
Oh God. So 85, I was like 17. Let's see. You're 18?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, come on, man. Whatever. Anyway, you're the age when I was influenced when I was 12, 13, 14, watching everything. When I went to my grandparents' house, I'd have a little TV and I'd watch the Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, everything. Mm-hmm. Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, Night Gallery, you name it, Night Stalker. So as a fan of that, and I was reading books too. I don't read now. I only read comic books. But I used to read Stephen King's The Stand and all his stuff, and I was just so influenced in my head about science fiction, fantasy, and horror. I decided one day I got to do something, and then I did. And so I just started doing extra work, student films. Then I graduated to some speaking parts. This is over the years. I put the footwork in. I put put in the paying your dues, what they say, but working so much for free, getting a resume together. And if I met a guy, he got me a manager and an agent, and then that manager and agent got me a Screen Actors Guild SAG parts.
Okay.
That's where I got my first SAG role. Was in a show, you were about a little kid then, riding a big wheel, called Doctor with Matt Frewer. You know who he is?
Name sounds familiar.
Remember
but,
Mr. Max Headroom? Max Headroom?
Oh, from
MTV? This is Max Headroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Patrick's
He
here.
played that guy, and he's been in tons of stuff. So that's where I got my SAG card on the sitcom Doctor. Who I met played my brother was a guy named John Lacey, who you should write that down and interview him. And by the way, I'm going to reveal something very big right now. Hold on. No, not that.
No.
Did I tell you what big studio movie that I'm going to be in?
No, you haven't.
Here. Let me see if this rings a bell to you. If it reads right. What does that say?
Joker. Okay.
Yes. I'm going to be in that I'm in that movie. I shot my stuff in December. 3 weeks.
Nice. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be good.
And since other people are putting their stuff in IMDb that I worked with, I'm not afraid because they just, I don't know how they got in there. I applied like 3 times. My title is inmate, Arkham Asylum inmate, let's say, to be a general. I don't want to get in much trouble.
Right.
So when he goes you saw the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you like it?
It was interesting. I liked his take on it. Yeah. So we'll see.
Well, I'm in the second one. Like he ends up at the Arkham Asylum at the ending of the first one, and I'm one of the inmates there, and I played it like I'm a retard and stupid, like, but you're gonna see me. I'm featured in it.
Hey, that's awesome. I mean, not a lot of people can say, "Hey, I was in a Joker." So yeah.
Hell yeah, I didn't get to meet Lady Gaga, but I'm in a couple scenes with Mr. Phoenix.
Nice. How is it working with him?
I just didn't. I stayed away. I didn't want to bother him because I always hear like he's in character and he's Mr. Oscar winner, and I just I walked on eggshells around him. Nice. But a couple of times we got to talk a little bit between takes, but not much because I was scared. I didn't want to get booted off of there.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. It's like,
by the way, during the wardrobe fitting, and I've never told this on any podcast yet, but it's getting closer to where I think I'm gonna not get in trouble. So when I went in for the wardrobe fitting on camera at Warner Brothers, Mr. Todd Phillips comes up. Hi, I'm your director, and I said, I'm well aware of who you are. Thank. And then during the whole set, where we in our prison outfits, the camera they had music going like a violin, sad music, and putting in on the 3 of us. We did 3 of us at a time. I started like playing around with the other prisoner next to me, the inmate, tapping on the shoulder, and I'd go like this, and then at the end of that shot for the test, Mr. Phillips, he goes, "What's your deal with that guy?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just playing myself, really." And then Todd, and then when they said you guys can go home, I said, "Bye, guys." And then Todd realized, he told me the next day over the first day of shooting, he was gonna fire me because he thought I was like really out of my mind. Oh God! Here's my wife, and I told her. Hold on a second.
It's Joaquin Phoenix calling.
No, hold on. Hi, I'm in the middle of an interview, like I told you. I text you. Anyway, go ahead. Well, just go ahead. Hi, I love you. I'll get that stuff you said. Goodbye.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I text her. She's working, I said, I'm going to be doing an interview for like maybe half an hour or whatever. Don't interrupt. And again, all right. So, God, she interrupted the best part. So
So you
Todd
were like,
said,
bye. That's where you
Todd
left
said,
off.
Todd comes up to me like, hey, man, I was going to fire you. Then I realized you were just acting. What better compliment can an actor get? Todd Phillips saying that to me, eh?
Yeah.
So he used me good. I got a few lines, like a couple, like one, like you ever see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes.
Those guys in the background, the retards.
Yeah.
Excuse me, retards, but I'm going to call you that because I played it too.
So you're allowed to say it. I was like, I played it. I can say it.
Yeah, whatever, man. So, you know how those in the background, became famous from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping this, after making the first one made $100 billion or whatever, I'm sure to get some notice on this one and get something for sure. Some in this league now that I'm in, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So we did have a question earlier. I don't know if he's come back or if he's going to watch the replay or not, but it's from Sam Steffen here. I'm assuming he's talking about Saved by the Bell. He just says, what's your favorite episode? So
yeah, it's a common question, and I'll answer the same way. My favorite episode ever is the drinking and driving where I'm in the toga. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
I remember that episode, yeah.
Because in the script, when I got it, it's a Ox's living room at Ox's house. So that scene was mine. That was my time in history in my own living room on TV.
Yeah.
Let's trash this place. No, Ox, it's your house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care. We'll trash my own place. Whatever.
Right.
It's like, hey, it's my party. I'll trash what I want to, right? So.
Yep. And I got to do the beer can, crush my head, pass out behind the couch. I love that part.
So how was it working on Saved by the Bell? Were there any pranksters on set at all, or
I didn't see any? Okay, once again, I've been interviewed with this question before, even by some magazine, a popular magazine. They thought I had a bunch of filth and garbage to tell. And, if I did, I would sell it, but I don't. There's nothing happened, no pranks, nothing. It was just all, from what I saw, my point of view.
Uh-huh.
If was there anything going on, it was behind my back or not to my knowledge.
Gotcha.
Sorry. I'm always disappointed when it comes out to dishing dirt for this Saved by the Bell. All I have is a pleasant experience, except for the only thing I ever had a problem with was that Peter Engel, the producer, Peter Engel.
Oh, yeah.
He comes up to me and, hey, Troy, yeah, congratulations. We're going to bring you to Hawaii with the gang. Well, that's great. Yeah, we'll get in touch with you later. That was the last episode I did, the graduation day.
Yeah.
And then all I heard from was crickets. They never called me because, of course, he's a cheap ass, and he didn't have the budget to fly me to Hawaii, put me up, and have me in, which would have been great, And they would have been great to have me in the college years too, which is another thing on my back. Why wouldn't they put me in there?
Yeah. I guess you were still in elementary. He did 14 years after all, right? Maybe he got kicked back.
Maybe. I don't know. College would have been perfect for me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would have been wild to see him partying in college. And
I don't think they knew how much Ox was become America's heartthrob. I don't know, in stupidity. But I get people all the time, they contact me from all over the world. Once in a while, I get hit by a hurricane, like from left field or something. Some guy in Africa, I love to eat a pizza. Things like that. Different languages and stuff.
Right. Did you improv any of your scenes at all, or everything was by the script?
Actually, there's only like one thing I did, and they kept it. They liked it. So when I tapped Lisa on the shoulder and I went, bye, and I walked away. So they brought it in a few buys here and there in some of the episodes, where I just, I get sad and I do goodbye.
I remember that. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, so bye is my thing, and they kept it.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
it's always
about it.
fun when you get to improv anything. So.
Yeah. So what's your next question?
So what was your first horror movie? Was it Return of the Living Dead there that you were the driver? I remember seeing that. Was that the first one you did?
I'm thinking. It could have been one of the first ones. If you look on my IMDb chronological order, say but I'll just I don't know if it's the first one I did. I have to think, but Night of the Living Dead Part Two, Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
One day I was looking in the newspaper, the Los Angeles Times, and it says zombies wanted, da da da. So there's a meeting spot like Simi Valley or something, and I went to the supermarket and I bought some cow's brains and this like raw cow's brains, and I brought it to them and I signed to be an extra in Zombies or Army, and I said, would you like to see me demonstrate biting into these cow's brains? And I'll say, please do not want me to do it. No, that's okay. No, we believe you. So I threw them away, and I thank God, because I was going to bite into that raw crap. I wouldn't do it back now, but back then I would. So they got me on the. We were down at the. What do you call it? Sierra Madre. They had us go to Sierra Madre. They had this town, and either depending on the night, they'd put you in a zombie mask, or soldier gear. So I played both. And then one day they brought me in as a featured zombie for the principal photography was over. So these were pickup shots. Mm-hmm. So they made me up like a zombie, a few of us, for these insert shots here and there, which you don't really see me after 2 hours in the chair. And then here's the thing. Long story short, too late. Paula Fox calls me on the phone because I got her extras. My friends, we are all extras. Like for a week or two, we were just going there being extras. And she said, hey, Troy, we have a spot. They only paid us like $40. They were cheap asses, but it's not the money. It's the prestige from getting this movie. And she says, would you like to be a featured truck driver for an insert shot scene? Because the audience test wanted to know why the barrels fell out of the truck. And they made a scene for me to explain it. Mm-hmm. The other guy they brought in to be the guy next to me, he was pissed. I could tell you could boil eggs off his head knowing that I was the one that was featured and he was just there with the hands, handing back the joint, which wasn't a real joint.
Yeah.
Any more questions you want an hour explanation?
Oh yeah. Well, you've done quite a few different zombie ones. Shrunken Heads, you played a zombie in that later on, and Amityville Uprising. Any other creature or role that you would like to play besides a zombie?
Creature role, zombie. Well, I don't. At this point in time, I don't want my face covered up anymore. I don't know. I've played everything. So, what would you see me playing if you had all your money in the world and you're making your own movie? What would you cast me as?
But okay, well, since you like seeing your face, we could just give you a hump and be the Humpback of Notre Dame.
I can do that.
Yeah, there you go. Ring the bell. So, but I don't know.
Hey, Tommy, come in to do a reenactment with me. Okay. What do you want me to do, Daddy? Say, ring the bell. Ring the bell. Hey, dang, dang. Daddy, you're scaring me. Dang. Daddy, don't do that. Dang, 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 Daddy.
Okay. And the award goes to for the best bell ringer.
Next question.
next.
So you watch the Stalkers?
Yeah, I did watch Stalkers. Do you enjoy playing that creepy stalker guy? Is that one of your roles that you enjoy playing?
Oh yeah. I saw that the guy one day, someone told me Facebook will never get you any parts, Troy. Well, I proved them wrong. because directors see me and whatever, and Saved by the Bell definitely helps. So these people were, putting we're gonna make the Stalker movie, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I contact them, go, any parts for Troy Fromin from Saved by the Bell as Ox, and this guy was a fan of mine, so he said, yeah, yeah, and they sent me like a script, and I'm into it, yeah. So these people from Georgia, the Jimmy Ace, uh, I, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, Jimmy and his mother were producing a movie called The Stalker. So they sent me the script, and they invited me to. They paid for the airplane, the B&B, food. It was like a mini vacation and getting paid too, and co-starring in a film. So we did that. And the second part, they invited me to do the same thing. So we went Atlanta, Georgia. There I went again, another paid vacation. So hopefully Stalker 2 does good, and you'll see me in Stalker 3 if they want me in there. What did you think of the movies, honestly? Please.
I enjoyed it. I'm hoping there'll be a third one. So it's interesting how he had this helper on the side. I don't want to go too much into people who haven't seen it yet. It is on Tubi if people want to check it out or get the physical copy, which I always recommend, buying the physical release. So, which seems to be dying down. I'm sure you heard about Best Buy getting rid of physical copies of DVDs.
Yeah, I did. I just read that a second ago.
That's
And my fellow filmmaker or a friend of mine named James Balsamo, he better hopes that Walmart doesn't do the same thing. So he makes a fortune with his movies selling through Walmart.
Yeah, I work at Walmart. I'm in the electronics department too, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It's like,
so the name James Balsamo?
What's he doing? It sounds familiar, but
you got to his movies that was like It Wants Blood.
It Wants Blood. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I mean, the way he makes his movies is he gets people to send in clips and do ad libs like the way I'm doing right now, and inserts it into his movies. But he's just well known and people love him, and he'll go be at a science fiction convention or a convention. He'll see someone famous. See, I'll give you $100 just to say this on camera, and he'll put that into his movie and say, "Oh, I've got this name, I got this name, and this name." He's getting, he's making a fortune doing this. And in his case, like in other people in this industry, quantity more than quality. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate that sometimes how like they'll use a name and then the person will be in it for like maybe a minute or 2 minutes and like they're advertised on the poster or the cover. It's like, wow, they have this big name. And
so like one day I got to do a scene. If you saw my demo reel, I have a scene with Eric Roberts in It Wants Blood.
Mm-hmm.
You should check out my demo reel. It's easy.
It's on YouTube. It also had clips of the Stalker on there, so I went through that. So,
yeah, you did. So so I'm like, I found out Eric Roberts. He works every day on low budget movies.
Oh, he's done so many. Yeah, he just keeps them going.
One a day basically. So he gets about $2,000 a day from these non-union guys, and I got zero.
It's like,
But I did it to get my name in a scene with Eric Roberts to put in my demo. And now I don't work for $0 any longer because I've built enough titles since my reintroduction to acting. I took a 13-year break, so for the last 7, 8 years is what I've been doing it. Low budget movies, commercials, studio stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Once the movies that I'm in come out, I can get a demo reel and try to, get some more because, like, once you start, it's like I want to do more. This is great. So I mean, I enjoy it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you have an agent or a manager yet?
No manager, nothing. I've just been lucky enough. People who've been on the podcast, some Mark Polonia people asked me if I wanted to be in their movie, and then
tell me the truth. And don't be, I've worked a lot of stuff for free.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at my age when I got back into acting. So did you get actually any payment on those movies or just?
Well, I got the trip there and all the taken care of stuff while I'm
Oh,
there.
really?
So yeah, I mean, it pretty much paid for itself of what it would have cost, and then a little bit of extra. But I mean,
Just
it's
like
fine with
me.
me.
Okay,
So,
I get it. I
so
get it.
and I mean, experience too, and building up my Internet Movie Database page, and
And
so
you get enough stuff, make a demo.
yep, that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes.
You
So
could probably
yeah.
make your own demo because you look like throughout this thing you're getting smaller and smaller until I only see your head now.
There we go. How's that?
No, no, okay, that's better now.
All right. Yeah.
You were like falling asleep, slouching like Homer Simpson goes into the bushes.
Yeah, but I can vanish into the bones.
Well, I wouldn't want to say that publicly.
Yeah, that didn't sound right. These guys are always boning me. What can I
How many
say?
viewers you got now? Anybody?
There's a few people in here. Cheetah's still in here. I actually, let's see.
Okay.
Oh, but my mom just texted me. I guess she's in here, but she said, "Are you getting texts?" I don't know if she's trying to
I've
reply.
got to run in the green room. Like green.
Oh, he got the ride in the green Kia. He's talking about the Kia and Mark Polonia films. We're called the Polonia Pals. So yeah, like in so many of his movies, they all drive. Well, he no longer has it, but he had a Kia, Mark Polonia.
Polonia, is that the Amityville guy?
Well, he's done in Amityville. Will
Base?
Colazzo Will Colazzo did the Amityville Turkey Day, which is coming out next month. Mark Polonia has done Amityville, Exorcism, Island, Jurassic Shark 3, the Theaters movies.
Did he do the one in space?
Yeah, Amityville in Space. That's Mark
Okay, that's where I
Polonia's.
recognize the name.
Yep. So, and it was
The best thing about that movie is the poster, man. I love that artwork.
oh yeah, Wild Eye has the best artwork. It's the company that designs it. There's another really cool poster for Bigfoot. Oh my gosh. Hey Cheetah, what was that movie now? Bigfoot versus oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot that title. Shame on me. Bad Polonia, pal. Bad. I'm sorry, Mark. Jeff,
well, I've had brain freezes here for sure. So I'm trying to remember
Bigfoot versus zombies. Bigfoot versus zombies, which I can't believe I forgot. After all, we're talking about zombies. Bigfoot versus zombies.
What would you say is his best movie?
I really like Return to Splatter Farm. I still need to see the original Splatter Farm, but they are going to be releasing it again soon. Wild Eye is. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Visual Vengeance or a Wild Eye, but it's the same company.
Okay. So he brought you in for which movie?
It's called The Stalking, about killer plants. So I play one group of friends in it. There's two groups of us, the good kids and the bullies, and I'm in the good kid group. So
all I hear is that you ripped off our name. That's all I hear.
Stalking, not stalker. Stalking. So yeah. Jeff Kirkendall wrote the script. He's in Shark and He's been doing he's Father Benna in Amityville in Space. That's Jeff Kirkendall.
Yeah, that guy's haircut's really weird.
he has an interesting hairdo. Yeah, Jeff.
That reminds me of like a Carrot Top a little bit.
He's a cool guy. I actually got to do a scene with him in the movie, so that was cool. So my first movie, I got to interact with a couple of them there. And
is that movie out?
It should be out next year. I know Mark's been editing it. He says last time I talked to him, he said it was turning out really good. So
you got anything on Tubi I can see?
Nothing yet. No, nothing's been released. It's all in post production.
All right, well, you're in your early.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come out. But the trailer for Camp Blood 9, the trailer is out. I'm in the opening of the trailer and just before the coming soon. So I'm in the beginning and the end of the movie trailer.
Let me get this straight. There's 8 Camp Bloods, an hour and a half long.
So there's actually 13 Camp Bloods. There's like Children of Camp Blood. The 9th one, it's like a different universe. So Will said it's like the Marvel universe of horror movies. Camp Bloods.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Cocaine Shark 2. What they're doing
sure in the back in the day when video stores used to exist, I would have rented them. But now there's so much crap out there. I'm so wary. Like everything that comes at you might be a scammer. So I look at movies that way.
Right.
What did you play in the Amityville Turkey Day?
It's just a small little remote part from home that I filmed. I got like 7 or 10 lines, but I can say I'm in an Amityville, so I don't mind. Whatever, it was cool. And that
What you,
actually led up to Camp Blood because he thought I was a good enough actor. He's like, "Oh, you should do more movies," and so
yeah,
he's
I like to. I can't wait to see you act in some stuff.
so
Because you seem like a very jolly guy. I like that.
I try. Nah, I'm a total asshole, but I got to
Okay,
put a.
what's your favorite horror movie ever? Now,
There's so many. I do like Stephen King movies. The Stand, the book was great.
what's your favorite horror movie?
I don't know. There's so many. I can't pick. That's like
Ask me.
no, favorite horror movie. I don't know. I can't name it. I hate when people ask me that question. That's horrible. I do like Scream. Yeah, that's what Cheetah said. I'm like, yep. So Scream's a
Have you
good one.
seen the original Evil Dead?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite horror movies.
Yes, that's a good one.
Have you seen the original Phantasm?
Yes.
That's my second favorite horror.
Boy. And I
Both
think
of
weren't
them.
you? Yeah, weren't you in the second one? I was reading that.
I worked craft service on the second movie.
Okay.
As I saw in the Hollywood Reporter, this is, when I got started, it was before the times of cell phones. Everybody went to pay phones, the simpler times.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote a letter to Don Coscarelli when I saw the release of the production of Phantasm 2. And I wrote like a 2-page letter to him because of my love for him and his movie and da-da-da-da. Yep. So they hired me as a craft service, and they were just a couple miles away. I live in Northbridge, and they were shooting it in Chatsworth, which is close to each other. And you're living where?
I'm in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee is where?
Florida.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's that.
But yeah, so what was I gonna say?
Yeah, so one day, I was doing craft service, and Don says to me, we're at nighttime, okay, Troy, here's your chance. And he put me in the graver's outfit with my mask covered, my face covered, and I'm picking away at the grave. And I'm featured for like 2 seconds on the, it was great being there and having that done.
Oh yeah. It's always a great experience too, no matter what part you are. It's awesome to be like, yeah, I was a part of that. So
especially being a fan, like you, and being in a movie, it's thrilling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you watch Amityville Uprising?
Yes, I did. You got your face ripped off or melted off. So that
like the scene from Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I loved it. I was so thrilled to get that part, especially reading the script. In the original script, it had so much more gore and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the director says, "I write big, and then I got to settle for budget."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It is fun to die. I won't say in the stalking what happens. That'll just be a surprise. But you can tell from the trailer. I have my brain fed to me in Camp Blood 9, kind of like a Hannibal Lecter scene.
Send me that. Send me those links if you can. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll send you that. There's the trailer, and then there's like a 30-second clip where she's feeding me the brain. You don't see it. It's going to be edited into the movie, but she's going to rip
30 seconds of reading your brain.
Well, she's feeding me my brain and stuff. You'll see it. It's cool.
Oh God. Okay. I'll check that out tonight. Well, okay. What's next? Any more questions? Anybody want to ask me something?
Let's see. I was just looking in the chat here if there was anything. A couple comments about Phantasm Rocks. Yeah, Angus Scrimm was he was great. I met him at a convention. He was pretty cool. I got a picture with him and Kane Hodder in the same picture. Of course, Kane Hodder, he always chokes you. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend," and then for 3 seconds, he'll literally choke you. So
yeah.
A friend of mine and former roommate we used to work with, he's passed away, but he goes, when he saw the picture, he's like, "Dude, you're being strangled by Jason while the tall man's just looking at you." I'm like, "Yep, it's a great picture."
Have you seen my behind the scenes Phantasm 2 pictures?
No, I haven't. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're in my gallery. If you go to Facebook, I don't know, you have to find them. I'll send you a couple.
Yeah, I'll check them out for sure. Cheetah wants to know, what was Dustin like, Screech?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Dustin was really cool with me. He was he had his father there because he was underage or whatever and needed supervision. His father was always in his in his his room, and playing video games. And so I still come in there and I'd hang out with him and his father, watch him play video games and talk a little bit.
Mhm.
So if there's anybody who really befriended me on the set was him, and he was very cool and nice.
So let's see, let's see, seeing if there was anything else in there. Oh, I know. I don't know if your cat's nearby or not, but I'm sure Cheetah would love to see your cat. I'm sure if he's there. Is your
That's
cat
what they
still?
wrote. They want to
Huh?
see my cat again.
Yeah, I don't think he saw. I know he has a Cheetah himself.
What's his name? Who's asking this?
Have Cheetah, Patrick. He's a cat
Okay,
person. He's a
Here,
cat
you want
person.
a cat? Well, get your jollies off.
So,
Hi,
yeah.
Patrick. I'll do a little striptease for you. Get out of here.
Well, not the put. Never mind. I'll leave that joke out. He wants to know also, do you regret taking the 13 years off?
I do, but I also can't. Be coming back into the business is what's most important.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give up completely. There was a time when times were hard, and I had to be at the family restaurant and not skip out on auditions when times were tough. And my dad had a skeleton crew there, and so it just dwindled down to me giving it up, which I hated. But now I'm in top form again, and I'm a Joker too, babies. Yeah.
Yes, ain't no joke either. You're in it.
Yeah, I do regret it. I do regret it. Yes.
Oh, I guess life happens though. So
there's a lot of things in life that you regret, and you learn from those experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What advice would you have for people who want to act?
Well, that's someone I would give advice to you, is to do what you're doing. It's okay to do free stuff at first, I guess, to get credits.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. Yeah, I was a little whore.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, whatever.
I was an acting whore. Yeah, but to get the credits and built up, to where you got, oh, well, I see we're in this and this and this. Okay, bring them in to read or something. So if you in your spare time, do some student films, some extra work, whatever you can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're starting out totally green, and then call Steven for more advice.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, anyone who wants to message me, I'll give my little acting class.
Well, I'll tell you this right now: if you contact James Balsamo, he'll come. He'll probably say, for $200, I'll give you producer's credits. Or if you maybe want to act for free, he might charge you. I had enough credits for me. I only did a few things for him for free, and I got paid for one thing that I did from him. So basically, if you want credits, call James Balsamo and be his little puppet. You got to pay him or whatever. Your credits are there. He makes 5 movies a year.
So I did it. That's true. I did get paid. I was an extra in Never Back Down, the Fight Club movie in Orlando. $500 for 3 days. So that was easy money.
That's not bad.
So yeah. Let's see. Are you doing any conventions? Got a question there.
I've been invited to one convention. It was a few years back, and then I was on just got over surgery, so I had to say I couldn't do it. But I'm open for conventions. Yes.
Okay.
I'm open to that idea now.
And then also, I said skipped over that, but what was the biggest change in coming back to acting?
The biggest change to me was like you didn't have to go to the Photoshop and order photos, 8x10s, and send them to your manager or your agent, or send them out yourself. That was really expensive doing that, and getting your resume printed out, everything hard copy. You know what I mean? But then the digital came out, and your agent's sending your photos out digitally. So you don't have that expense of the headshots, and it's just so much easier now. And also the self-tape at home. I got Grey's Anatomy. I got the Saved by the Bell reboot. Some other stuff just by being in my living room taping like this, interviews. So I would say that's the biggest change was technology, make things easier. Imagine breaking out of work. You have an hour break or whatever. You got to get to Hollywood, sign in, find parking, wait in the lobby, and then go inside, and then you pay your expensive parking or whatever. Sometimes get a ticket on the street and towed, which happened to me once. All that kind of stuff is gone with self tape.
Do you like auditions?
I do. I especially like the auditions where directors call you out of the blue and say, "Hey, you want to be in my movie?"
Those are it's always the best ones, I think. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
Yeah. Is there a certain role that was the most challenge for you that you didn't think would be as difficult as you thought?
Excuse me. No, uh, no, not every role I had came naturally. The one role I had problem with is like this is embarrassing, is when I got the part on Thundermans as handyman. I just couldn't remember my line right. I messed up twice, and they took my line away and they changed it to one word. Yep, 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 yep. I was saying yep because they didn't, they're on time limit or something. So it's embarrassing that they eliminated, took my line from my whole line to a one word because I messed up twice.
Only twice. Wow, that's I guess.
Well, they
was
had
was that a Disney one? I'm trying to remember.
Thundermans is Nickelodeon
or Nickelodeon. Okay,
but Disney owns everything, so maybe they own Nickelodeon. I don't know.
Who knows? Disney's taking over the world, I guess. I don't know.
And the price tickets, Mickey Mouse can go fuck himself. I'm not paying $200 to go to Disneyland.
Shoot, what is it, like $25 for a burger? I don't know. I haven't been to Disney in a while, but my grandparents used to live next door to a neighbor who got us free tickets all the time and stuff when I was younger. So
yeah, my dad used to take us, the family, there when it was, regular price, and they actually had these ticket books. I remember A, B, C, D. You take it out, and this is for the D ride. This is for the B ride.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I was like, I'm 56. This is when I was like 10. They used to have those ticket things.
Yeah, 200 ticket. Yeah, if they might have like Florida residence specials. I haven't even checked in a long time. I don't think there's really anything.
Well, $200 a ticket. I just read on the on that dang folk internet thing that you folks have these days, and they said Disneyland prices are going to go up. And I saw $200 price for something.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? It's crazy. And then also now they sell like extra like fast passes and stuff.
Maybe that's where the 200 comes in. I don't know.
Yeah, that could.
I remember when the last time I went to Disneyland, my wife and I, was like 10 years ago or something. I remember we're going to Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland. We're sold out. Have a nice day. Mickey Mouse says, "Have a nice day." Billboard went on, and I said, took my hand out. Fuck you, Mickey.
I like how they made fun of him on South Park. That was great. Nobody's safe on South Park.
And Family Guy.
And Family Guy. Yeah.
Family Guy's the best.
Yes. Do you have a favorite scene partner?
Scene partner. If it boiled down to it, be one of the guys from Saved by the Bell, probably. Because I don't, I've never been partners with anybody more than a series.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe Screech, I'd say.
Okay. Trying to think. There was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember now. Oh, is there any? What do you like to do in your spare time? Is there any hobbies or facts or stuff that fans may not know about you?
Pornography. No,
porn. Besides that,
I like to make my own funny videos, as you've seen. If you go, to my YouTube or whatever, Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I got a wife, which is she's never gonna watch this, so I can say whatever I want. My wife,
and then this will be the one that she watches.
She won't, believe me. She's too tired. She works her ass off. We both work at Fromin's Deli. Right now, I'm on disability. I'm on crutches right now for a problem, but I'm going back to work very soon. So we have to get into that. Mm-hmm. So taking my wife out, making her happy, and making my own videos, is what makes me happy, and that's what I do.
We got is Mario Lopez as nice as he appears to be?
Yes, everybody was very nice. Everybody except for that blonde chick, Bridget.
Bridget,
She didn't like my humor, and we were sitting at a table one day, and I said, I don't know, make some kind of Troy Fromin joke, and she got and she moved to another table.
There's always those some people who
Bridget Wilson or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's blonde and hot, and she's been in the Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
And she was in Schwarzenegger's one of his movies too.
Yeah, right. I was at freaking. This was before she was bigger and she married Johnny Depp. But Amber Heard was in Never Back Down. Did you see that one or no? The Fight Club. Okay, but anyway, like everybody was nice and stuff, and the director, like I've talked to the people and all the fighters, and like she had walked by, and like I didn't really bother her or anything, but I said hi to her, and she like kind of just looked at me. I'm like, okay, and just walked on by, like gave me a look, like, okay, geez, I mean, you could at least say hello, you know. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's not like I was fawning all over her or anything, you know. But whatever, you know.
Yeah, I remember on the back lot of when we were doing Shrunken Heads way back then. We were on the back lot of Paramount, and I was walking, and I said, Patrick Stewart. He like walks by me. I go, whoa, you're He goes, yes, I am. And he keeps walking by.
It's like, yes, I am. No, I'm his twin.
And then back then, they were shooting Wayne's World Part 2. So, what's his face? Wayne? What's the actor?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Yeah.
He was on a golf cart passing by, and he's in full, wig and everything, getting ready to go to do a shot. I'm like, well, hey, he's all, what's up, dude? Like in character.
Yeah, that must be fun seeing him in character like that.
It was.
Is there anyone you'd like to work with you haven't worked with yet?
Oh, jeez. You.
Yeah. I'll let Julie know. Yeah, maybe we'll make it happen. So.
Yeah, I worked with Sam Raimi, Don Coscarelli, the Return of the Living Dead guy, Shockwaves. I can't think of his name right now, but I've worked with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, who do I want to work with?
Yeah,
Prescott. I love the idea, cheerleader elimination.
Yeah, it's a good script. So who knows if it could maybe throw you in there somewhere.
Well, once there was a time where Jim Wynorski, I've been in a few of his movies. You know who he is, right? Chopping Mall?
Oh, yeah, Chopping Mall, of course. Yeah.
Jim Wynorski.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, he was fishing around the idea. It never came to reality of cheerleader roulette.
Okay.
What's yours called? Cheerleader elimination.
Elimination, yeah. Julianne.
Yeah, cheerleader. So let me know if his idea was like there's these gamblers, and it's like a dark net kind of show, mm-hmm. where these cheerleaders are dropped off on an island and they're hunted off one by one. So he's got to have me one of the gamblers, like, yeah, killer, on the screen. And is yours like that?
This one I can say a little bit because it is on IMDb. Basically, it's like about some former cheerleaders disgraced in the past, like different things in life, whether they owe money or just trying to get whatever it is, they get invited to this camp that their dream can be taken care of.
Right. Yeah.
And but they have these competitions. What they don't realize, it's going to be like a battle for survival, basically, through mascots. Okay. So yeah.
I love that idea, and I'm glad the idea is continuing on with your people.
So yeah, it should be good. So also I was going to say, you've worked with both Full Moon and Troma. Were you Were you a fan of their movies prior to getting into Newcomb High?
Yeah. Like I say before, I used to go to the VHS, the rental store, and get any crap I saw that was new, anything, VCR all summer long. I'm like, what's left? Oh, this Italian one that's grainy and I just put in anything, Faces of Death and things I regret watching.
Oh yeah, Faces of Death. That's an
Man,
interesting
I
one.
didn't eat a hamburger for one day because of that movie.
Yeah.
Like after I saw, it, I'm like, nah, I'm never eating meat again. And then the next day, I'm starving. Oh, hi, hello, In-N-Out Burger.
That's a good question. Sort of from that answer, besides Faces of Death, is there any movie that like traumatized you like that, of something that you couldn't stand watching?
Uh, there's this one zombie movie that they have different posters for, City of the Dead or whatever, and they go and you can see that there was these real rotting worms or something that the cannibals were eating, and that was like real stock footage. That got to me. That one. I'm sure you've seen it.
I may have.
The cheap Italian remake, and there's like four versions on Tubi. Like,
Oh, you're talking about Cannibal Holocaust
yeah, or City of the Living Dead.
or City of the
I
Living
think they're
Dead.
the
Yeah.
same movie. And
So
the SWAT team goes into the jungle.
yeah.
Remember?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's horribly good, except for that eating the worms part. I don't like that. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Patrick said, Fulci's City of the Dead. So I
Yeah,
guess that was the one. Yeah.
right. Oh yeah.
So yeah. I'm surprised Steven isn't in here. He's usually our information person. He's probably busy tonight. He usually stops by, but
Yeah.
we got our backup knowledge person there, so that's good. So how, if there was a way that you could write your own death in a movie, how would you want to die?
Oh God, no, that's a no question. Uh, uh, a naked hot chick sits on my face and I can't breathe and I die.
And smothers you to death. There you go.
And she has to be naked.
Exactly.
Death
But
by
not about, hey, if you're gonna die, you might as well die happy, I guess, you know.
death by poo-tang.
So what was it? Do you remember that show, A Thousand Ways to Die, where they were all stupid ways that people died and they would change their names and everything? Like one person or a couple of people snorted ants and they got bitten. I don't even remember all the stupid
Is
ways,
it like
but
a
there was,
Faces of Death or a real movie?
it's based on actual deaths, but of course they don't give the people's real name. But there was this guy.
I never saw it. It sounds disgusting, but go ahead.
They're just like reenactments of the way they died. But there were two ways. There was one, this guy, he didn't know he had an allergy to latex, and he goes to see this dominatrix, and because he had the ball in his mouth and the leather, he couldn't like communicate that he was dying, and he had an attack, and he died while he was
Yeah.
there. And then there was a couple who they were on their wedding night, and it was their first time together, and they overexerted themselves, and they both had heart attacks and died.
Sounds like a good movie.
It's a TV show. It was an old TV show. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, A Thousand Ways to Die. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll check that out.
But there were some weird ones on there, and there was like one guy that was even like a peeping tom in the window went down on him, broke his neck. So yeah, so it may be fun to play that in a movie, but don't do it in real life because you just might get killed for real.
Did you check out my Death and Murder Bot?
Yep. How was that? So, do you enjoy like more of a practical effects for deaths or CGI, or what do you prefer?
Whatever's going to look good. If it's practical, I mean, if it's CGI, I don't want it to look like crap, which a lot of them do.
Yeah.
You know, I've worked with so much practical effects. I like that. You know, the Amityville Uprising was practical effects mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Then they attached that stuff to my face. I had to peel it off, and awesome stuff by Roy Kinran.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the longest makeup job that you've had to sit through for that?
For the which one? Anything or just that one?
Anything? Like how long?
A couple hours. You know,
a couple hours.
For that Return of the Living Dead Part 2, they went 2 hours in the chair for not getting really seen at all. But whatever. I made up for it as the pot smoking truck driver.
So, yeah. Besides Joker, do you have anything else coming out that you can share, or not yet?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have a movie called From Ashes that I did right before the Screen Actors Guild strike, and I
Yeah.
play this guy named Milo, and this Asian lady who lost her husband in a fire, who starts investigating why the reason was. This is all I know about it. She's a she's a maid at the sleazy motel, and she opens my door after I don't hear the knocking, and then I'm there in a towel, just got out of the shower or something, or going into the shower. So I got this whole shtick with her, and I'm a creepy guy, and I say, yeah, I'm pissed off that she walked in on me, and I'm like, okay, why don't you want since you're cleaning, you want to clean me in the shower or something like that, and I throw the towel at her, and she runs, hysterically away. Spoiler alert.
Hey, spoiler. Did you like working with Thomas Churchill?
Thomas is great. Like I said, he's an actor's director, so he wrote the foundation of the script of what's going on, but he lets you change it any way you want as long as it follows the script. And a lot of that stuff in that movie is my own dialogue, very close to what he wrote. Or I threw in a few ad lib ones he kept, but there's one he didn't like. I won't get into that, but it came out the way I said it. It's, racist, which it was, but he didn't want it in the movie.
Okay, said I was shrinking again, but
Huh?
no. Patrick goes, "Oh, I'm shrinking again." Let's go ahead and get back in the picture here. I'm the incredible shrinking Steven.
Oh, he's shrinking.
uh, um, do you want to either write a script or direct or anything at all, or do you prefer just doing the acting?
I thought about writing a script, but then I'm not a good writer, a great writer for that. But I have some great ideas that I pitch to people, and they take it lightheartedly. Some things. Mm-hmm. So if you ever want to write a script, I got some pitch ideas I can give to you. I just don't have the time or patience to write a script. I'm a good idea man, good improv man. There's a couple times I script doctor. I came up with ideas for Jim Wynorski's movies, and he says I like that, and he put it in from my suggestions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to get back. I had started writing. I had a couple of ideas that I wanted to do. If it did well, save from shrinking. I was talking to Kane Hodder. I had an idea, like kind of a cannibalistic movie that a kid raised by cannibals later on, like he works at a restaurant. And then in the second one, I would have like about his brother. And then the third one, like he'll be back kind of like a Jason Voorhees, Victor Crowley type character, Michael Myers, And I told him one of the death scenes. And I even mentioned it to Danielle Harris and the Soska twins, and there's a couple other people I mentioned. They thought it was pretty cool. The one part, like I want to play the boss in the movie that's like a total douche to him and like, insults him and makes him stay after work and be like, hey, get your ass over and clean that grill. Have him pick me up, shove my face on the grill, pull me up, toss me into these pans, and I'll be like, screaming. He'll peel the skin off and eat it. Oh, well, when he shoves me down on the grill, he goes, yeah, I'll clean the grill when I'm fucking done cooking you.
That's good.
And
that's
then
good.
Pulls it off and then puts ketchup on my face and eats it and everything before.
Kind of like those Mexican taco stands that pop up on every corner in LA now.
And Kane's just looking at me like, and then he's like, you're a sick motherfucker. And I'm like thinking, well, dude, you kill people. That's a compliment. I appreciate that.
Kind of like peeling your face like the blooming onion.
Yeah, like it's all burn on it, and then he'll put ketchup on it, peel it, and eat it. And
that's when security took you out of the convention.
So, yeah, it's not like that one woman who bit Norris. I don't know if you heard about that or not, but she was thrown out of the convention for biting him.
Maybe.
Let's see. I don't know what this is here. It looks like 3 bells. I don't know what that. I don't know what that's for. Maybe from earlier, the bell ringer. I don't know, but
maybe it's the call. Maybe that's enough bells. He wants us to be over.
Well, it ain't over yet. We're actually almost coming up to an hour, though. So, I mean, that's the time I usually, reserve for the guests, unless they want to stay on longer, whatever. It's
I'll just, check out the stock. Check out my stuff, folks.
Yeah.
On Tubi, put my name in.
Yeah, I'll
And
put all the
they,
links down and down
and
below.
then
So,
Amityville Uprising has to have a separate link because the way Tubi does their directories is like whoever's got the first 3 or 4 names build, then they'll pop up. But if you're not in their directory, their special directory, which I wrote them a letter that they should be more like IMDb and be, if you're in this movie, show it. So all my stuff pops up. But there's certain things you got to type in for my stuff to pop up, like Hot Times at Montclair High, and the Amityville Uprising, that one, and there's a couple more which I can't really think of at the time, but their system sucks.
I actually think when I typed in your name on Tubi, I think Amityville Uprising did come up when I searched your name on Tubi. So I don't know if they.
It's not on. Wait, it's not on Tubi anymore. It's because it's on
Oh no,
Peacock.
it's on. I forget where I watched it.
Peacock.
But yeah, that's what it was. Peacock. Yep.
Yeah, they're all 3 on Peacock. And Thomas Churchill had me do an interview a couple weeks ago for his Churchill's Hollywood Moments or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could see he did 3 episodes: Amityville Harvest, the vampire; Amityville Moon, the werewolf; and then Amityville Uprising, the one with me, the zombie one. So it's a trilogy that makes his zombie world up. His core Amityville creatures up.
Okay. Yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah. All right then. So yeah. Any other last messages, or I guess that's it. I'll add all that on and thanks for all the Joker and all the first info here that
You got it, man.
shared. So we appreciate that. So people who are either here or watching the replay usually get a lot of on the replays. So
Right.
but you heard it here first. Thanks again, Troy Fromin, and we'll keep in touch, and I'll send you those trailers and
All
everything.
right. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. If you want more credits, call James Balsamo. Don't give him any money though.
Nah, all right. I'll remember that. Appreciate it.
Unless you're rich and you can afford it.
Yes, I am so rich. I wish. Not yet.
Oh, let's send me $100 for this one. Later, bye.
All right. Have a great night.
Okay, bye, man.
Bye.
Leave.
Look out. All right. So yeah. Yep, that was fun. All right. Thanks. Patrick, you had some good questions. Next let me see. I believe next week. What is next week? The 14th. Yeah, I'm losing track of days here. Yeah, the 21st. So next week, we got Elizabeth Chamberlain coming on. I know I was shrinking again, so don't say it, Cheetah. Elizabeth Chamberlain, she's in a movie called Grotesque, which actually is on Tubi if you want to check out. Yeah, make your own faces. There we go. So, and yeah, I got to get up early for work tomorrow. So we'll see you all next week. And thanks again for watching or listening to the replay. See ya.